Good afternoon, everybody. It is May 25th, 2017, and I'm going to, well, this is a backyard orchard update now. So I guess we may as well start with this. This is the mayhaw tree, and I think I had somebody confused to what kind of tree this was last time I made a video. This is called a mayhaw tree. I don't think you can hardly see it, but that's what it's spelled like. This is primarily a tree that is it's like a southern tree. You don't really find these around the United States too much. But it's doing real good. It's got a lot of new growth on it, as you can see. You see a lot of these weren't here before it broke dormancy in the wintertime, and it's growing really well. It's very eager to grow, as you can see. Now this tree kind of broke dormancy and was just sitting here, and then about a week ago or a little over that, I hit it with some Miracle-Gro water, and I think that really is taking effect now just by looking at all the new growth. So it's doing good. Okay, let's see. I don't think I missed anything in the last video, so I'll just go ahead and start. This is my plum tree, one of my plum trees. This one's the Methley, and you know, I had a goal set by this summer to have it at the same height as my fence, and I'm about to accomplish that, and it's not even summer yet. But this thing has broke dormancy, and if you remember in the last video, it was just like a little whip, but it's looking really good now. It's coming on out, it's growing. I keep pinching the tips so it branches out a lot more. Here's an example where a branch grew out and I pinched a tip off right there and it branched more. So, and here's a real good example actually. I pinched the tip off right here and it caused 4 branches. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, you know, it's doing good. I took the little cage out from around it. I'm gonna let it, I'm gonna see what happens without it. If too many animals attack it, I'm going to put it back. See, here's a terminal bud right here. I'm gonna pinch when it gets a couple more inches on it. Anyways, yeah, this thing's doing real good. This is my green gage. It's not really grown any since I put it here. I have one new shoot coming out about a little over a foot, and I got a little terminal bud right in here and one right here. Other than that, this thing is just kind of sat here. But that's okay. I'm not concerned with it growing the first year. Alright, this is my Fuji apple, and this thing is, I mean, it's vigorous. It's just crazy vigorous. Same thing, as you can see, I pinched the tips off several of these and they're starting to branch out again, so I'm pretty happy about that. Yeah, this year I just want them to grow. I'm not necessarily interested in them producing fruit. So anyways, it's looking good. Let's see, this is my wonderful pomegranate. You remember this thing broke dormancy in February, but it's still growing pretty well now. It's about 6 foot tall. So I'm doing the same thing with this one, pinching the tips. I'm doing that with most of my fruit trees because that causes them to branch. You know, I don't believe in waiting until winter to prune them or shape your trees. I figure early summer or just summer is as good a time as any to do that. Why not? Anyway, I think this thing had tried to put one little pomegranate on, but it's still too young. I'm not really worried about it. This is my Gala Apple. This is a pollinator for my Fuji. No apples, but a lot of growth. Which again, this is the year I'm letting it get established. I'm not really concerned with fruit. Brand new branch. Cool. Unfortunately, this tree didn't start getting pruned until it was it got too tall before I started pruning it. I should have started pruning it right here years ago, but it just means I'll have to pick the apples with a ladder, but that's no big deal. Anyways, I considered when I was planting all these trees, I considered getting another apple to make sure they got good pollination, but I think they're okay. This is my Lapin Cherry. You may, yeah, I believe this was in the last video. This is my Lapins. I got it from Rain Tree Nursery. No cherries on it, but you know, it's doing all right. I've definitely seen them do better and worse. Got lots of terminal buds. I just hope I'd like to see this thing grow 2 feet this year at least. So, anyways, these are a couple pepper plants I have. These are habanero peppers. These are a couple jalapeno peppers I have. You can see I've got some peppers on them. And this is my bed of potatoes. I've dug most of them. This is the section is a little bit different variety and they haven't died yet, so I'm waiting on them to die. Alright, this is my white lady peach. Once again, quite vigorous. Seems like this side is more interested in growing than this side though, but biggest thing is it's got that nice open center, which I like. So anyways, you can see where I've been pinching the tips. I'm doing that on all my trees, and this is what happens when you do that. They branch out more. This does have a little peach on it actually, right here. It had 3 or 4 fruits, and I let one stay on there just to kind of eat one in the middle of the summer. This is my Alberta peach. It has no fruit on it. This thing, again, not necessarily interested in growing extremely much, although it's a lot bigger than last time you saw it, but again, open center. It's a good thing. This is my bed of tomatoes, and I've got lots of tomatoes set on them. It's mainly just Better Boy, Big Boy, and I've got a couple cherries down here. You can see those little array of cherry tomatoes. And in here, in various places, I've got little tomatoes. See if I can find one over here. Yep, there's one. They're in here. You just gotta... I didn't stake these like I should have, because I'm a busy adult who has busy life doing important things, so I don't always get out here to do this. That's one of the benefits of growing fruit trees as opposed to a garden. Is fruit trees you can leave them alone for a few weeks and they'll be okay. Not the same with a garden. Alright, this is my Loring peach. This one has 2 peaches on it. There's one. It originally had like 17, and I picked all but 2 off. There's the other. Anyways, this one's finally, I like this branch. And this one, and this one. It's helping balance out the tree, because if you remember from the last video, most of the tree was over here and there was nothing here. Well, it's helping out. Except for this, ooh. Oh shoot, oh dear, I just knocked that peach off, I think. Look. Yikes. Be careful. I hope it stays on now. It's got more or less an open center except for this one branch. I cannot believe I'm going to kick myself in the butt for breaking that peach loose. Hey gosh, I hope it stays on there. Even if it doesn't, I mean, I got another one. Plus, it's still a young tree, so. Alright, here's my apricot. You got a lot of bugs eating on the leaves, but other than that, it's pretty good. Didn't fruit at all, didn't bloom at all, and it's not really growing very much. It's got a couple of good branches on it that came from last year, or from this year, brand new branches, but it's about 5.5 foot tall. Not much to show in it. I don't know if I showed this in my last video. This is my Japanese persimmon. This is a Fuyu persimmon. So, it's doing okay. Hasn't really grown very much, just like 6 inches on all sides. And it has no branching this way, so I hope this thing, hope it starts coming on out. Alright, let's see. This is my muscadines. You notice this tree here is gone. This is my red seedless fry, which is doing great. And hey, I didn't expect this at all, but look, it's gonna bloom. That's nice. Those are not berries, those are blossoms. This one's finally found the top, and I'm just trying to train it to go both ways. This is my grape, my Niagara grape. This was over there, but I had to move it. That's why we cut the tree down and put this post here, and it's growing out crazily well. Unfortunately, I had one branch going this way and one going this way, and this one stopped, so I'm trying to see if I can encourage it to keep going that way. This one's just doing great. Let's see. Here's my Ison muscadine, and this one has found the wire on both sides, so this one's good to go. I'm going to let it go down the wire on both sides a couple feet, and then I'll finally cut it off. And this one, this is my goal for all of them, to have them find the wire and have them a couple feet in both directions by the end of the summer. This one's my Terra. It's almost there. It's a little over a foot to go, and it started out way down here, so it's coming. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, that's the only Muscadine or grape that has anything on it. Okay, let's show you my blueberries. Okay, I don't remember the varieties, so I'm not going to go over them, but they put a nice little set of fruit on them. They don't get a lot of sun here, but that's okay. Yep, blueberries. Hopefully I can get to them before the birds do. There's not much to say about them. Alright, let's go on around, and if you remember that Montmorency cherry and that coral champagne cherry I had in pots, well, they got planted next to my other low chill cherries. I'll just show that real quick. It's been a really nice spring. It was a horrible winter, but a nice spring. Okay, here's all my cherries. Yeah, they are planted awful close together, but again, I'm not expecting them to survive a really long time, and plus, I really don't have a lot of room to play with, so. Anyways, here they are. They're all broken dormancy, and they're all doing great. This one had a little branch come out of the bottom. This one here is Tulare. This one is coral champagne, and he's got a couple spurs on him. There's one right there. This one's starting to actually develop spurs, so I'm happy about that. Then Brooks is doing pretty good. This is Montmorency. That one's North Star, and that's coral champagne. So, they're all doing good. I'll have a video on my low chill cherries specifically here in a couple days, or in about a day or so. I'll make a video on them explaining them. So, yeah, 7 cherry trees. I expect to get some cherries soon. If I don't, well, this should be a this should just be a little advisation to y'all not to grow cherries in the South. But like I say, I'm trying this experiment, trying to get some information on the internet. Anyways, that is my backyard orchard as of May 2017. Thanks for watching.